YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to make that lead sound from I Got the Keys by DJ Khaled featuring Jay-Z and Future. So let's get straight to it. After it's all said and done, our lead is going to sound something like this. Alright, so let's get to making that lead sound from scratch. I'm going to bring in a new softer instrument track, and we're going to bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. And we will be working off of a preset, so I'm just going to load that in right here. I'm going to scroll down to tutorial settings, which is off my screen, but I am going to bring it up and load into analog saw 3 oscillator, which brings in 3 sawtooth oscillators. I'm going to bring down our MIDI over here, solo the track, and we got something like this. Now it's going to be really high, so let me just lower this here. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is hit mono. We're going to turn on unison to get a nice full sound, and we're going to bring up the voices to 16. Now this is going to be really high pitched, so I don't really want to show you what it sounds like. Let's see here. Alright, doesn't sound too good just yet. So on our first oscillator, we're going to bring it down 1 full octave. We get something like this. And for our last oscillator, we're also going to bring it down 1 full octave, but we're going to detune it a little bit by pulling up the sense value here. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to pull up this analog. Now this sound is not traditional by any sense of the term or meaning of the term. So I'm just going to pull up analog all the way. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to add some portamento or glide. So I'm going to put this to about 9 o'clock. Next thing that we are going to do is move over to this middle section over here, which is our filter section. And we're going to bring down the blend over here to all the way to the left. And we're going to bring down our cutoff point to about 12 o'clock. Something like that is good to go. Maybe we'll bring up our resonance a little bit. And let's bring up our drive. Our next thing we're going to do, we're going to move over to our right hand side over here, add in some distortion. Just going to lower the volume here a little bit. Let's pull it down to 0 dBs. We're going to pump up some of the sine level over here to get it a little bit fuller. All for our effects section, we're going to turn on phaser. We're going to turn up the intensity. So now you can see the sound is starting to come together. Next thing that we're do, as I said earlier, this is not a traditional sound by any sense of the term. So what we're going to do here is going to bring down our decay, sustain, and release. And we're just going to control the sound via the attack slider right here. So we're going to pull it up to something that sounds good. So right there is good. It's going to bring up the volume now. So that's pretty much our sound right there. Let's go ahead and start adding in some effects. The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to bring in a sidechain plugin. Now, if you want to know how to do sidechain from scratch using just Logic compressors and a ghost track, let me know in the comments below and I'll put together a video for that. But for the tutorial's sake, I'm just going to load in a sidechain plugin, which is, if I can find it, Waves One Knob Pumper. It's just a super quick sidechain plugin. It just pumps it. So we're just going to put it to about 7, I think. All right, so about there sounds good to me. Next thing that we're going to do, we're going to add in a flanger. Let's go to modulation, flanger, bring that one in over here. And what we're pretty much going to do is just going to find a preset that sounds good here. Okay, that sounds pretty good there. It gives a little bit of a metallic effect to our sound. Next thing that we're going to do is bring in a chorus. Now again, I'm just going to use presets here for the tutorial's sake, so we just move it along. And as you can see, you could get some cool things using presets, and you can alter it from there. So let's bring in chorus. I'm just going to use the default settings that loads up here. Just softens up that sound ever so slightly. Next thing that we're going to do, we're going to bring in a tape delay. And we got to get some delay on our sound over here. So what we're going to do is just make this to an 1/8 note value. Bring up our dry. We're going to bring down our wet to about 10%. We don't need it so high. Pull this down a little bit here. And last but not least, let's go ahead and bring in a nice reverb. And we're just going to bring up this reverb over here. And once again, we're going to try and find a nice preset here. All right, that one works nicely. So that's pretty much your sound right there. If it's too muffled out for you, could bring up the cutoff here. And then of course, if you start bringing the drums and other elements to the track, it's going to sound just like the one, or at least close to the one in I Got the Keys by DJ Khaled featuring Future and Jay-Z. So that is how you make the lead sound from I Got the Keys by DJ Khaled featuring Jay-Z and Future. What I'm going to do right now is go ahead and save this ES2 preset as a preset for you guys to download in the description box below. So download that, load it into your ES2 within Logic, and you got yourself the sound from I Got the Keys. That's it for me, guys. For more good videos like these, remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. See y'all soon. Later. Peace.